I just thought I'd say a few words in regards to this election that we've just completed, or just about completed. And you see the commentators on ABC, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, public television, and probably BBC. All of them, they're on there 24/7, talking about the possibilities of power, how it's going to be shared between the Republicans and Democrats. And what it boils down to, I believe, how it affects us in the African American community, things are the same. It's the same. Nothing's changed. Ask yourselves, we've had joint delegations of Democrats and Republicans going over to Ukraine. Several have gone there, jointly and separately, to put themselves actually on the ground in what we would consider war footing. And we've had the Speaker of the House, the current Speaker of the House, Representative Nancy Pelosi, from our state here in California. She made a trip to Taiwan, almost causing a war. And I would ask these same leaders about, what have you done for African Americans, citizens? Have you gone to Flint, Michigan as a joint delegation? Have you gone there without empty hands with billions of dollars to ensure that they get just clean, safe drinking water? We're not talking about bombs falling on their heads. We're not talking about an invasion by a foreign, by another country, the taking away of their land and freedom. But what we're really talking about here, something that does affect their lives and the lives of their children: water, clean, safe water. Have you gone there and actually fixed the problem? Have you gone to Jackson, Mississippi as a joint delegation or separately and said, we are going to fix this situation right now? Have you gone with billions and billions of dollars and committed yourself, like you've committed yourself to Ukraine and in Europe? How many joint delegations have gone down to South America, Central America, Haiti, Cuba? And what's that all about, Cuba? How long will we let the Cuban American community hold Cuba hostage over something that happened 60, 70, 80 years ago to some of them? We've moved on with other countries. We do trade with China. We do trade with Russia. We do trade with foreign adversaries. South Vietnam. Why are we being held hostage by South Florida? Why aren't we trading? This makes no political and economic sense at all. So Congress is not working. And we're in the same position. President Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Representative Clyburn, and the other leaders have failed to protect the voting rights of the African American community, something that you promised to do. It's not even on their lips anymore. They're not concerned about that. They're concerned about, oh, I think this time around, the young voters is the thing that pushed us in. Well, let's take a look at Georgia and ask the question, will young voters push over Warnock? Or will he be depending upon the votes of African Americans? And the structure that Stacey Abrams and others have worked on for years to build up. Will that be young college students? Let's be real. No. No, all across the country. The answer is no. And yet, there's no commitment. We're in the same place. Voting rights have not been codified. They're not talking about that. Our interests are not being served by Republican or Democrat, which leads me to this final point. This system, this political system as it is, does not serve our interests at all. It only serves a minuscule amount of African Americans. And who are they? It's those who have been elected. That's who it serves. But for the majority of us and other minorities, it's the status quo. Whether it's Democrats or Republican, it's the status quo. So what we need, and I'm not the first, you must have a plan B. Something that is not dependent upon what goes on in Washington, because they're not doing anything when it comes to our community and people of color. That's not what they're about. And so we need to recognize that we need to do things for ourselves, much like the other communities, apart from Washington. And what I'm saying is you're running the wrong way. You're looking the wrong way. There is nothing there for us. So I ask, what is plan B? Or for me, I'm working on it. Stay tuned.